Brace yourselves, people. This is a Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews first. What happens when Marvel's first family of superheroes gets a film by a familiar name who has done numerous cult classics but never did get released? Well, you got this right here. Prepare yourselves as I review Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four. This is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Excelsior! So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to as Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the unreleased English language German superhero flick, The Fantastic Four, which was originally to be released in May of 1994 from New Concord. Directed by Ole Sassoon. This is based on the Marvel Comics superheroes team of the same name, created by Stan the Man Lee and Jack Kirby. The film features the team's origin and first battle with Doctor Doom. Executive produced by low-budget specialist Roger Corman and Bernd Eichinger. It was made to allow Eichinger to keep the film rights, though it was not officially released, although pirated copies have circulated since 1994, as well as various clips being available online. Now then, Reed Richards and Victor Von Doom are college friends who use the opportunity of a passing comet called Colossus to try an experiment. It goes horribly wrong, leaving Victor believed dead. Susan and Johnny Storm are two children living with their mother who owns a boarding house where Reed lives. Ben Grimm is a family friend and a college buddy of Reed's. 10 years later, Reed, along with Susan, Johnny, and Ben, participate in a mission in an experimental spacecraft of Reed's as the same comet passes Earth. Unbeknownst to them, a crucial diamond component designed to protect them from the comet's cosmic rays has been replaced with an imitation by a criminal named the Jeweler, leaving them exposed to the radiation. After crash landing on Earth, they discover that the cosmic rays have given them special powers. Reed's bodily structure has become elastic. Susan can become invisible, Johnny can generate fire on demand, and Ben has transformed into a creature with stone-like skin. And they are later captured by men posing as Marines and are taken to Victor, who has become the villainous monarch, Doctor Doom. They escape and meet at the Baxter Building, trying to decide how to move forward with their superpowers. An angry Ben leaves them to go out on his own, feeling he has become a freak. He is found by homeless men and joins them in their lair, the Jeweler, where they have kidnapped blind artist Alicia Masters. The Jeweler plans to force him to become his bride, and what have you. But this is all the story I'm going to give to you. If you really want to know what happens, I advise you to try to find the movie here. It's pretty simple to find, but as long as it's not gone, what have you, I think you should have no problem. Now, my thoughts on this film. Now, I've only seen this twice. I just recently watched it on YouTube earlier today. Since I'm doing this along with the 2015 Fantastic Four film, as well as two revisited reviews of the 2005 film and its sequel, Rise of the Silver Surfer, this week in order to promote the release of the new Fantastic Four First Steps, which opens this Friday. A review will be coming up this weekend since I've got something else lined up for Friday. Anyway, this film was originally to come out Labor Day weekend in 1993. I mean, according to a 1993 magazine article, which gave that tentative release date. During that summer, trailers ran theaters and on the video release of Corman'S Carnosaur and Little Miss Millions. But suddenly the premiere halted itself. The actors received a cease and desist order on all promotion from the producers, and the CEO confiscated the negatives. Well, that's all I can say and what have you. Now, of course, the film is available to be watched on YouTube for free, as long as you can find it. Just look up Roger Corman's Fantastic Four, and you'll have no trouble finding it. I know there are a few others who have reviewed this film, but I didn't want to give the whole story away because I know a lot of y'all probably never knew this existed. So I've decided to just give most of the story away, but I'm not giving you the rest because then it would ruin everything. So despite this, we never saw the light of day. But then a decade later, Eichinger continued negotiations to produce a big budget adaptation, speaking with directors including Chris Columbus, Peyton Reed, and Peter Segal. After pre-production briefly went underway in '96, Eichinger and his company began production in 2004 for Fantastic Four, released by Fox the following year. It eventually did well, as it was produced along with Constantine Film, who also was involved with the production of this film. Of course, Constantine also had worked on the Resident Evil series as well. Now, you won't hear the whole story from me, but if you really want to know all the deep down dirt about how this film didn't get released and what have you, there is a documentary film called The Doomed, The Untold Story of Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four, which the full movie is available on YouTube. It's on Tubi as well. It could be on some other streaming services. I would advise you to watch that before you even watch this film. I'd say this is worth a shot, but let's not get too far ahead of ourselves yet. However, most people weren't impressed, even if they had seen it. Rotten Tomatoes has this at a mere 27%. Film Threat magazine said of a copy of the film he obtained, yes, it's terribly low budget, and yes, it's derisively campy and feebly performed. But at the same time, there's also something inquiringly irresistible about this B comic tale that makes you wonder why it didn't get released somewhere along the line. Even if it does resemble Toxic Avenger than, say, Spider Man, the script isn't actually all that bad, and some of the actors, notably Michael Bailey Smith, who I'll get to in a bit, are actually quite good here. And with an extra polish, I think they might have been able to release this thing. Flickr and Myth said the production values are of a 1990s daytime soap with some rather clunky dialogue. Sure, this film does have its issues, its flaws, and what have you, and that's understandable. But however, I will say at least they managed to get some of the early story right between Reed and Victor Von Doom. However, now, although it is a shame we don't get to see how Doom got to be was reborn, what have you, as Doctor Doom by going to Latveria. Now that is a shame and what have you. Oh well. Now, actually, in 2013, a main story arc in an episode of TV's Arrested Development concerned the character Tobias' attempt to stage a musical based on this and what have you. And the backstory parodies the development of this film. And the storyline is an extended satire on various comic book rights battles. Oh boy. Still, I am gonna say, yeah, it is kind of a campy film and why I can handle campy. I think you know that already. But I'm gonna say it's okay. Despite it didn't get released, later that same year in '94, the Fantastic Four did, however, get an animated series along with a new animated series of Iron Man in syndication, which of course I've already talked about that. It's scored from the worst WURST, David and Eric. I'll say is It's pretty good and what have you. Now then, for our cast, we have Alex Hyde-White playing Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. Now, of course, he has done several things, including a couple episodes of the original Battlestar Galactica. Now, this wasn't the first time he did something with Marvel. Before this, he recently appeared as a young man in the second made-for-TV Captain America film in 1979. He also appeared in other films, including The Toy and Pretty Woman as well. And he's also appeared on shows like Voyagers, as well as Murder, She Wrote, and the original Matlock. Now, and I've just read he does have a. He's going to have. You will see him again soon, but I better not get too far ahead of myself. If I say this will ruin everything. I almost let out a little blurry out some, but shh, gotta keep that hush hush. Can't be a loose lips. Next, we have formerly beauty pageant title holder Rebecca Staab playing Susan Storm, the Invisible Woman. Now, she's done a few other films as well. So, be on the lookout for that. Mercedes McNabb played the young version of Susan. Playing Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, is Jay Underwood. Now, of course, he had already done a few films. He actually appeared in the TV film Not Quite Human, as well as Uncle Buck and The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, but his character was uncredited though. He had also appeared on 21 Jump Street and even the Young Indiana Jones Chronicles. So this is really cool and what have you. And Philip Van Dyke played the young Johnny. Playing Ben Grimm is Michael Bailey Smith, who would later go on to play Balthazar on TV's Charmed. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to. Yeah, on the original Charmed, which of course featured the late great Julian McMahon, who would play Doctor Doom in the 2005 and 2007 films. Carl Ciarfalio, if I mispronounce that name, I apologize, played the Thing. And well, he's kind of strange looking though, and what have you. Some people claim that the design for the character, when you see him in what have you, makes him look like a different color Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle or something like that. Playing Victor Von Doom is Joseph Culp, who happens to be the son of Robert Culp, who you may remember him from I Spy, the TV series, and The Greatest American Hero. Now, he's done several films, but a lot of these I'm afraid I'm not too familiar with. Now, he did appear in an episode of Greatest American Hero. He also appeared in episodes of Highway to Heaven, ER, and Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and also as a guest role as Archie Whitman on AMC's big hit Mad Men. He also played FDR in an episode of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's see. And then we have Kat Green as Alicia Masters and Ian Trigger as the jeweler. Annie Gagan played, Sue and Johnny's mother, Maystorm. And also we have appearing as a professor, the late great George Gaynes, who you may remember played the Commandant in the Police Academy film franchise, as well as Henry Warmont of Punky Brewster fame. Well, despite this has its flaws and issues, the Fantastic Four from Roger Corman, well, it's not completely bad, completely. It's just that it could have just used a lot of spam polish, and it could have gotten a release, but it didn't. But again, give it a watch if you want to. But I would recommend you watch the Doomed documentary film first before you go into that. All right. And again, you can like the Fantastic Four from Roger Corman film. You can find the full movie, the full documentary film of Doom, the untold story of Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four. You can find it on YouTube, and it's on Tubi and other services. To find the Fantastic Four film of Roger Corman, you can find it on YouTube. It's on Daily Motion and maybe the Internet Archive too, I think. All right, enough said, as Stan Lee would say. Now, have you ever watched Roger Corman's The Fantastic Four? If so, let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Continue to help support my channel. Make it grow and make the views grow. Tell all your friends about my channel. Give them to know me. Maybe they'd like to be a part of my Big D Nation. Share my vids with your friends if you like. I got ahead of myself. I just wanted to get out of the way. So anyway, join me next time when I bring to you a revisited review of the Fantastic Four film from 2005. So if you like this, consider checking out these other my re-reviews for some of these Marvel films that came out. You can check out my re-review of the original Spider-Man big time movie from 2002. The upper right hand corner is my re review of The Amazing Spider Man from 2012. And the bottom left hand corner is my re review of Spider Man Homecoming from 2017. And the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying see ya and Excelsior! Bye now.